When do I need to open a VAT position in Italy, which is the partita IVA, or when do I need to ask a Codice Fiscale, known as the Italian tax code, when I move to Italy? Those two are the most important and frequent questions received by a lot of our clients here in ESENtaxa. My name is Andrea Papitto, I'm the founder of ESENtaxa, and I'm here to discuss about these two important points. If you're new in this channel, ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize your taxes in Italy and how to provide you a tax simulation in order to understand and also project a long-term tax planning and enjoy Italy paying less tax as possible. We also cover jurisdictions such as Belgium, Portugal, Albania, and Republic of San Marino. So in this specific video, I want to discuss about the importance of having an Italian tax code and when is necessary to have it. It's when you are tax resident in Italy, when you're not tax resident in Italy. Well, for sure, when you are tax resident in Italy, so when you move to Italy, when you intend to live in this country, of course you need it. You need it for everything. You need to rent your apartment, you need to purchase an apartment, you need to purchase a car, you need, whenever you purchase some assets which are linked to your Italian tax code, because the Italian tax code is a sort of license, or well, a sort of unification, unique code that basically allow the Italian tax agency to track you back, to track your expenses, to track your incomes. So it's not only used when you need to fill your Italian tax file return, but it's also used when you purchase some kind of goods with a certain value. So the Italian tax agency can cross-check the data and see if you have the possibility to afford those kind of goods or not.
Stop for a second. Do you want to apply for the Impatriate regime tax scheme in Italy? If so, you need to make sure you do it right. You need to check with an eligibility test if you can make it and save a lot of taxes. We have realized a full video course for you, thousands and thousands of euros in penalties or tax not paid in case of audit. You will learn about the eligibility requirements, the application process, the tax benefit of the Impatriate regime tax scheme, and common mistakes that people make applying this scheme and how to avoid them. So, what you're waiting for? Click in the link description below and buy our full course, 1 hour of eligibility test for the Impatriate regime tax scheme in Italy. And now, let's continue with the video.
When you're not Italian tax resident, actually is not really needed. Of course, if you're just a tourist, if you're just purchasing some goods, some small things in the shops, purchase your grocery. If you want to stay in Italy as just for a couple of months, you're going to stay in a certain Airbnb or hotels. Here, of course, Italian tax code is not needed. It starts to be needed when you start to invest in Italy. So you're not living in this country, but you want to invest, especially in real estate. In that case, the tax code is needed also when you're not tax resident, but doesn't mean that you have to pay taxes in Italy. You will pay taxes in Italy only if you're generating an income in the country, and you will declare this income in your country of residence. So don't worry about it. You will need the Italian tax code, which is free to ask, so you can ask to the Italian tax agency, they will give it to you for free. So they will assign this unique code to your person, and you can use it to purchase a property, for example, and also, mostly if you want to put it on the rent, because that kind of income will be taxed at the source in Italy. And with the Italian tax code, you can also work in Italy. You can also be an employee. You can also receive dividends from an Italian company if you want to be a shareholder of this company. You can also receive royalties from an Italian company, etc., etc. So all these kind of things that basically doesn't allow you to be necessarily a professional. The Italian tax code is used for this. From the other hand, if you want to run a business, then you have to open the famous partita IVA. Why we say in Italy you have to open? Because it's like open a position as a businessman. So open a position as a businessman, so you register yourself in certain cases to the Chamber of Commerce, you register yourself to the INPS, which is the Social Security National Institution, to collect the pension for your future retirement. And of course, you have to pay taxes as a businessman with the different kind of rates, the tax rates. So in that case, you need to ask to the Italian tax agency the VAT number, which is not just the VAT that you normally add on top of your invoices towards your clients, but is also a number that identifies you as a business. okay, among the Italian market or also in European market. And basically, it's needed to identify yourself as a business. And of course, attached to this number, there will be a certain number of Ateco codes, which describes with a code your activity. What kind of activity are you doing business? Are you realizing in Italy? Needed certain deduction? What kind of activity actually doesn't need certain deduction? Etc. etc. All these kind of things that basically the tax agency wants to know when you start up a business. Can be a freelance business, can be a business with a company, or with a foreign company that you want to register in Italy. So for all the cases, whenever you hear the word business, you always have to ask for the VAT code, okay? Or VAT number. So it's just when we say in Italy, we open a VAT position, you open your business position, you will get this number assigned, and in case you work, for example, as a business to customer, then you have to add the VAT in Italy, which is 22%. Okay? And on top of your Italian invoices, you will have this business number at the top of it. I hope I was clear in this video. I wanted to just make this important difference. When you receive a tax code in Italy, is not the same as VAT number. There are two different things. VAT number is to run a business. The tax code is just to be identified as an individual in Italy for tax purpose. And when you ask for the tax code in Italy, doesn't mean that you have to pay taxes in Italy. It doesn't mean that the Italian tax agency is looking for, chasing you for taxes. Those are completely different things. It's just a number to identify you in Italy. The tax code, I'm talking about the tax code, is just a number to identify you in Italy in case you're going to produce income in this country or you're going to purchase certain kind of assets and goods of a certain value. Instead, the VAT number is the unique code to identify your business. I hope I was clear again, and if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel ESENtaxa. In the description below the video, you will have our email contact, info@esentaxa.com, or you can have a 15 minutes consultation through our calendar. You can purchase this consultancy call and schedule still at your availability day. And we also provide a video courses. One for pay less taxes in Italy that teaches you how to squeeze your taxes down without a consultant. It's just self-learning video course. It's more than 4 hours, so you learn anything about the Italian tax system. It's very important because you need to switch your mindset from the country of origin and understand how the taxes works in Italy. On the other hand, if you're interested in Impatriate regime, if you want to move to Italy and exploit the Impatriate regime, and you want to make sure that you qualify for this tax incentive, we have prepared another video course which is called Eligibility Test Impatriate Regime, in which you will understand if you basically fulfill all the requirements, and then you can apply for this regime without having problem in the future in case of audit and checks from Italian tax agency. That's it for today. Thank you and see you to the next video. Bye.